From hotspots and hidden gems to lots of local flavor, we're going off script for a Highland Park takeover. Hello everyone and welcome to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin and this is one of the oldest bowling alleys in the country, located in one of LA's very first suburbs, Highland Park. Just under 4 square miles, this tiny, ethnically diverse neighborhood has a long history filled with art, agriculture, and architecture. Today, however, it's a real haven for hipsters thanks to places like this popping up, a vegan butcher shop. Here's the cool new way to live local.
My wife, Maciels, was making plant-based meats at home. We were living in Brooklyn at the time, and we started doing tastings and more tastings and expanding the kinds of meats that she was making. And basically got to a point where we felt like, let's open up a shop.
I quit my job in New York. I was working in a lab, and this is what I wanted to do, have my own vegan shop.
We knew LA, and specifically the East Side was where we wanted to come because a plant-based butcher with a Mexican influence felt like it's begging to be, in Highland Park.
I'm here with Maciels. She's a vegan butcher, and she's gonna take me through some of her meats. Can you show me what you have?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have pastrami.
Oh my gosh.
We have bacon. So we have salami. Next thing is the chorizo. This is gluten-free, and the base is soy.
Some ribs?
Yeah, we have some ribs.
And you're telling me I can just throw this on the barbecue pit?
Yes, you can.
And
grill them.
And grill it?
Yes.
Wow. Last but not least, the turkey.
The turkey, yeah.
A lot of meats, plant-based meats that are in the grocery store, they tend to be a little over-processed. Maybe some would say too over-processed. High in sodium and a lot of preservatives. For us, it just wasn't what we wanted, even though we crave meat. So we wanted something that was healthier, but we still could get our fix of plant-based meats.
I'm sure it's a good feeling that you are a Latina woman with a business here in Highland Park, and it's just groundbreaking in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm really happy and very grateful. Everybody here, the community in Highland Park, is super nice, and I feel like at home because there's a lot of Mexican community.
My role is to basically bring Maciels' dream and vision to fruition. So she came up with the concept, she makes all the meats, and I basically make it happen. So we have the butcher side of things, but then we have the deli as well. So we have 6 sandwiches, including a breakfast sandwich, which you can have with our bacon, or you can have it with our chorizo. And then we have 5 or 6 deli sandwiches. So we have your classic Reuben, made from our pastrami. We have a spicy Italian, which is made from our pastrami and our salami. We have a Californian, which is kind of your turkey bacon avocado club sandwich. And then we have 2 Mexican influenced sandwiches.
Okay, Joe, so now you're cooking up some bacon.
We are.
It smells like real bacon. I'm not convinced. I think this might be some real bacon. You guys are trying to fool me. Oh my gosh, it's crispy, tastes just like real bacon. Mamma mia. Now this is a really good BLT. Man, that Dijon takes it up a notch. I love it.
And we feel very fortunate to be LA's first, and especially to be in Highland Park. And the community has been incredibly supportive. As we were doing the build out and putting the sign up and the awning, people would come by and cheer us on, and we couldn't ask for a better location.
Okay, so back to this amazing place, Highland Park Bowl. Established in 1927 during Prohibition and selling medical whiskey, today you can knock down some pins and knock back some craft cocktails and great food. We're revealing HPB.
Highland Park Bowl is the oldest bowling alley in Los Angeles. This was like one of the true first speakeasies. During Prohibition, you'd go upstairs, there were doctor's offices, and you get your prescription, you come downstairs, go to the pharmacy, and you fulfill your prescription, you get your booze. It had that kind of like 60s, 70s drop ceiling vibe. We peeled all the layers back. We decided to expose all the pin setters. The original pin setters were no longer functional, but we repurposed them. We took them and we made a lot of chandeliers out of them. We made the back bar from it. So we wanted to create this kind of a steampunk affair. You can see the mechanisms as the pins are dropped, and all that stuff is usually hidden between a box. But here we kind of exposed it. And then we also opened up the back wall and we found that beautiful mural back there. So it was actually painted by these two brothers, the Anderson brothers, in the early 20s. The upstairs of the doctor's office, they were as if they were untouched for 40 years. We literally walked in and we saw a calendar that said 1972 on it. We found old candy and machines from the 50s up there. It was a total time warp. I found bowling shoes from the 60s. We actually found somebody placed a huge liquor order in the early 70s, and it was never used. We found cases of old booze upstairs. So the place was an incredible time warp. People don't build stuff like this anymore. We try to modernize it to a point where it's practical in today's life, but there's nothing like the aesthetics of something from the past, and so that we feel really strongly about that. There's been so many film productions shot here. We've had Love, Shameless, Lucifer. There was a huge installation that they did, activation with Hunters, where they basically closed off the whole block for a week and turned into New York City in the 70s.
Do you kind of line your thumb up?
I have a weird thing. I'm very smooth. I literally roll it on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna try and roll it more than throw it.
So we have an incredible cocktail program. We have this amazing Neapolitan pizza program. We make our own dough. We have some of the best gluten-free dough in Los Angeles, and it's very authentic and very, very proud of our pizza. I think it's delicious. We have live music that plays here. We have burlesque dancers on Fridays nights. So this is a great place to spend, just a night at the bar or a special event, birthday parties. There's a lot to do here. For me, as an owner, I love to come to a place and see people having a good time. It makes me happy. It feels like we've did something right. I'm going to show you how it's done.
Okay,
right?
okay, I'm gonna watch.
You
okay?
ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it's still going.
No! This is such a cool spot. I want to bring all my friends here. Highly recommend coming here and hitting the lanes. Okay, if you pop your head out these doors though and look up across the street, you'll see a Highland Park landmark that has an incredible history. Get ready to say, who knew, as we peek into the beak of Chicken Boy. After 30 years and probably around $30,000, LA's favorite local landmark has finally found his forever home. These people are crazy about Chicken Boy. I finally found other people who don't think like most other people. Like, unbelievable, people love Chicken Boy.
Yeah. My name is Amy Inoue, and tonight I'm revealing Chicken Boy. He was on top of a restaurant that was called Chicken Boy. Chicken Boy went up on the building in about 1969. I moved down here from the Bay Area when I was about 20. I moved down to go to art school, and I would just get up every morning and drive around. I'm driving up Broadway and I see Chicken Boy. Our eyes met. It was something. What happened was he just made me feel at home. So then I kept track of him.
Oh my God, these are amazing pictures. You did such a good job of keeping all this.
So one day I'm driving by and there was a for lease sign on the building and it was boarded up. So I kept calling them and saying, what's gonna happen with the statue? Please don't destroy him. And then they one day said, well, if you're so concerned about saving him, come and get him. At that point, I didn't know he was 23 feet tall. But here we are. Okay, we're moving him. We found some people who would help us, and we sent them down in the middle of the night to take him off the building. They went down there with the right equipment. They had a cherry picker and a welder guy and all this kind of stuff. And once we got him down, it was another problem. What to do with him? So I had him in storage for a little over 23 years until we moved to this neighborhood. I had a chance to put him on my roof.
Oh my God, and you do see how big he is when you finally see him laying down. You can't tell when he's up there.
I know.
No, is that you wearing the head?
Yes, so he's been up on the roof for about 12 years. He's not going anywhere. I hear from lots of people, oh, my son makes me drive by Chicken Boy all the time so he could say hi. My office, sort of a gallery, what we refer to as a gallery. We have had maybe 100 gallery shows here, but COVID sort of shut that down. So now I'm looking towards maybe starting that up again a little bit and opening up the little Chicken Boy shop sometime maybe in the spring.
Coming up, so much more from our Highland Park takeover, from donuts to coffee to arcade games and more. It's so fun. We'll be right back. Welcome back to LA Unscripted's takeover of Highland Park from the Highland Park Bowl. I'm Dana Devin, and we're going off script in the neighborhood many call the capital of cool. And you know what's really cool? Saving the planet. And Jasmine Simpkins found a little market doing just that. It's very #California.
Okay, Unscripters, are you ready to connect more with your food and the planet? Well, here's the place to do it, thanks to over 500 refillable bulk goods stored in these beautiful bins.
I'm Grant Vogenthaler, the store manager at Regrocery. So Regrocery is a package-free grocery store here in Los Angeles, and the main idea is that people will bring in their own containers to buy, groceries, bath and body products, cleaning supplies, and pretty much everything else. It's a play on, reduce, reuse, recycle, regrocery. It's sort of our mission of the stores to be as, low waste as possible, package free as possible.
I feel like I just stepped into the future. This place is so zen and calm. I love the feeling.
So we have, rices, beans, snacks, dried fruits, baking, oils, vinegars, all sorts of stuff. So I would say out of the zero waste stores around here, we have a pretty great selection.
Walk me through the customer experience.
So basically you'll just take your empty containers here, and we've got our weigh station here. So basically you just take the empty container, place it on the scale there, it'll show up with the weight. You'll just take one of these tear tags, hold it up to our reader, and then just attach it to your container, and this will save the weight of the empty vessel.
Easy peasy. And plastic is such a huge problem. There's so much of it. Do you guys feel like you're really doing your part?
We keep track of our tear station up front, and we've had, since we've opened, over 150,000 taps on the scale up there, which equates to about 15,000 pounds of packaging that we've saved from going in the landfill. We're trying our best to do what we can for this. It's a colossal problem, but we're doing what we can.
I feel like this store is perfect for this neighborhood.
Highland Park's a really, really great neighborhood. It's great to be a part of this here, and it's really great meeting people from the community every day, and we have so many returning customers that we love so much. So it's just a great place to be.
Coming up, vegan donuts, 90s arcade games, and Aussie coffee. Our Highland Park takeover will be right back. Welcome back to LA Unscripted's Highland Park takeover from HPB, the oldest bowling alley in the country. I'm Dana Devin, and if you're a fan of punk rock and emo bands from the 90s, then Jasmine Simpkins has found your new friend for sugary, delicious treats with a twist.
One of the things people love to tell you when you go plant-based is that the desserts are terrible, but I can officially beg to differ thanks to Donut Friend. That's my happy donut dance.
The customer favorite is definitely going to be the Strawberry Lab. That is by far one of our most popular donuts. We have a non-dairy based whipped cream and fresh strawberries in the middle. My name is Crystal. I work at Donut Friend. Donut Friend opened in 2013. All the donuts are named after bands. He has a donut named after his band, the Drive Like Jehu. We call it the Drive Like Jelly. The Angry Samoa, that's named after the Angry Samoans. So just a lot of like different punk, hardcore, emo bands.
I'm a fritter girl. Can we start there?
Let's go there. It's got the cinnamon, it's got the sugar. Honestly, you're gonna be back tomorrow for the fritter.
Oh my God.
Some of the donuts that are sandwiches have different fillings, and some of those fillings are like whipped cream, cookie butter, a vegan version of Nutella, and jellies and stuff. They're dairy-free, they're egg-free, which kind of just like makes it like that much, like a little bit more enticing.
Why vegan? Why did you guys decide to do vegan donuts?
There's not that much of a difference between a regular donut, or like a vegan donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super simple switch, and why not?
We're in Highland Park, which is a pretty cool neighborhood.
We've been here for quite some time, and we've definitely seen shops come and go. So we're really happy for the community and for our customers to keep us going this long.
Getting to share these yummy donuts with all of the neighbors and people that live in the community is a pretty awesome job.
Okay, travel up and down the two main streets of Highland Park, York and Figueroa, and you'll find so many places to shop, eat, and play games. So if bowling isn't your thing, just head on over to Barcade and flash back to your Pac-Man days.
We are old school games, so the name Barcade is trademarked. So no one else can actually call themselves Barcade. One of the co-founders used to have parties in his loft in Brooklyn back in the day and loved craft beer, loved video games, had like 4 or 5 machines in his apartment, and they all had day jobs. And they were like, hey, why don't we just open a bar with beer, craft beer, and video games? And that's what they did.
Oh, got it. Oh, lots of blood.
We're up to 9 locations across the country. LA, this is the only location on the West Coast.
I want automatic. They have almost every pinball machine under the sun. Monster Bash, Demolition Man, Twilight Zone, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and that's not even counting all the video games they have, like Frogger, Mortal Kombat, Miss Pac-Man. So many tokens, so little time. I'm in the swamp. Where's the swamp? Is that bad?
And one of the big features here is this is the only location that we have hydraulic Daytona. So while you're driving, the seats move. We cater to baby boomers because they used to take their kids to arcades in the 80s. We cater to Gen Xers who grew up playing all these games originally, but then the millennials, the Zoomers, they love it as well because they get to come here and tell a story to their friends about the game they play. And they already know how to play the games because they've already played them all online. We have 24 beers on draft, no bottles, no cans, no packaging, and a full kitchen at this location as well.
Oh, that's delicious.
It's a great cider. One of the reasons why we chose Highland Park is we look at areas that are developing and that we want to be part of. So you'll see tributes to the past in most of our spaces of what the building used to be. My favorite game is Addams Family Pinball. I grew up playing that when I was a teenager. There you go, you win. Nice work.
Now, if you want to start or end your day with an amazing cup of coffee, head just a mile down the road to the neighboring hood of Glassell Park and meet the couple behind Little Ripper. You feel like you're in a lavender field, running through it in a sundress. It's so delicious.
Basically, Little Ripper is something you'd say in Australia to a kid or a friend, you Little Ripper. That is an endearing way to say you little good thing. After 5 years in New York, we moved to LA and opened up the coffee shop. We moved into Glassell Park, and then lo and behold, this little gem popped up and we just decided to pull the trigger and move in. And then we just had a little baby girl, so we're loving life. Everything's moving in the right direction. It's a small community, but there are a lot of locals that come by. They all hang out and just sit on our bench and enjoy their morning coffee. A shot of espresso, we always pull 2 shots.
Oh, that smells so good.
Here, I think it's more of a, you know, like 3 cups of coffee in the morning, you know, just to get you going, get you fired up, get you to work. In Australia, it's just a little more of a morning ritual luxury as opposed to like a necessity. Everyone knows their local barista. And if you don't, then you usually probably don't drink good coffee. Our drinks that we specialize in are 8-ounce flat whites, 8-ounce cappuccinos.
Where do you put it in?
So this is espresso.
Okay.
A lot of Americans call it espresso.
Calling us out in our own country.
Now we're gonna steam our lavender milk. Our secret ingredients
He's
is lavender.
very protective about the lavender secret. He won't tell anyone, including us.
In Australia, we have nicknames for everyone and everything, actually. So Dainsy is what we're going with.
Oh, Dainsy? Okay, from Dana to Dainsy. Okay, I've been called worse.
All right, Dana, I dare you to eat that. Our world famous Vegemite. We love it, you hate it. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
All right, here it goes. I mean, it's
Come
not-
on.
I did it.
You did, just.
I did it. All right, come down to Glassell Park to the Little Ripper to come see Little Rexy. And that is all the time we have for tonight. Hope you enjoyed our Highland Park takeover as much as we did. 4 little miles of fabulous SoCal living. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone. Mwah.